biggest sale in the history of meat. In the history in meat. Okay. Wow. Really? Biggest sale of all the history of meat? Like, that's a lot of history to cover.
That is. Meat's been around a while.
Greetings, you're watching Block by Block Chicago, and I'm freezing my ass off. Greetings, you're watching Block by Block Chicago, and in this episode, I went to a neighborhood that's on the very tip-top north end of Chicago, right at the border of Chicago and Evanston, called Rogers Park. Rogers Park comprises most of the community area of the same name, but also a couple other places. It was named for pioneer settler Philip Rogers, who purchased the land from local Native Americans. It was developed into a settlement annexed to Chicago and later filled up with all sorts of immigrants. Rogers Park's boundaries are Howard Street on the north, which is also the northern boundary of the city, Devon Avenue on the south, Lake Michigan to the east, and Northridge Boulevard to the west, I think? The area houses the main campus of Loyola University and is nearby to Northwestern, which is actually in Evanston, just beyond the northern boundary. Technically within the West Ridge neighborhood, but just west of the Rogers Park boundary, is a place called Devon Corridor. It's an Indian, Pakistani area with about a mile of sari shops, grocery stores, and restaurants. My friend Derek, who we met briefly in episode 5, lives up there, and he's going to show us around to a bunch of these places.
Hema's kitchen is really good. It's more of a sit-down thing. But whenever I talk to Indian people and ask them which Indian place to be at, they always say that one.
Oh, really? Seems like this place is more about business than tourism, because like when we came in and we weren't buying anything, I think a lot of people were like, oh, why are they even here? We were just looking around. Oh yeah.
So they used to know
meat sign.
It is meat. It is groupie meat.
As far as housing up here, somebody once told me that for a while Rogers Park was really booming, like, as being gentrified and stuff, and they built a whole bunch of condos, and then when people started not moving in, they all got really cheap, and that's why the rent's so cheap up here, and there are so many places, because they built a lot of condos that never got.
That's how I got my place.
There's a little arts district just north of the Morse Red Line stop, emphasis on little, that we stopped and wandered around in for a while.
Start here, you get the history of Rogers Park.
Oh. Do you have anything else to say about Rogers Park?
Rogers Park's a great place. I didn't plan on moving here, but since I've been here, I love it. It's been really good to me. Plenty to do without all the headaches of living in some of the busier, crazier neighborhoods.
And now, your fast facts on Rogers Park. The average rental price for a studio is about $500 to $650. For a 2-bedroom, $900 to $1,300. The safety rating is yellow. Nearby transportation, any Red Line stop from Loyola to Howard, the number 22, number 36, number 147, and number 151 buses. If you're going to Devon Corridor, the 155 bus as well. To sum it up, a vibrant, diverse community on the edge of the city with a local neighborhood feel. This is my favorite part of this mural because it's just a bunch of vegetables.
My favorite part's right there in front of you.